Hello and welcome to the Dance Well podcast with me, Danielle Mitzman. If you're not familiar with Dance Well, the clue's in the name because it's a project that promotes dance and well-being. Taking place in museum spaces and artistic contexts, it's free and open to anyone, but was devised above all to give people with Parkinson's and other movement issues the opportunity to dance. Since 2022, Dancewell's been supported by the EU's Creative Europe programme and has partners in Italy, France, the Czech Republic, Lithuania and Germany. Tanec Praha is the partner organisation in the Czech Republic. In this episode, Markéta Perroud, representing the Czech Dancewell team, guides us around the Dancewell experience in Prague.
We are located in the gallery of the city of Prague, where one of the regular Dancewell classes is currently taking place. In one of the large rooms with exhibits, there are about 23 people forming a circle. We see women and men, mostly of senior age, some standing and some sitting on chairs. A smiling young man sits in a circle with them and gives instructions for movement. It's a kind of group choreography where everyone has a solo. There is a very comfortable, relaxed, almost homey and playful atmosphere where the humor is never far away. It's very easy to feel part of the action after a while. So this is Dance Well.
Většina těch lidí, který má handicap, tak se uzavírá.
Most people who have a disability, they close themselves off.
Tohle, ta možnost, že se to otevírá té společnosti. Že?
And this, the possibility to open up.
Jako vstřícný všem těm lidem, tak to mě fascinuje.
To be more than welcoming to all these people. I find that fascinating.
Jako dřív jsem se furt koukala, jako co třeba ty ostatní.
I used to always look at what the others do, and now I'm more relaxed.
Že nekoukám.
I'm no longer constantly watching how I move, but I'm experiencing it more.
Je to něco, co člověk v běžném životě postrádá.
It's something that you don't have in everyday life, that you miss.
Co ho posouvá, co ho nějakým způsobem motivuje.
That moves you, that motivates you in some way.
Pokud je člověk v mém věku doma 24 hodin sám, tak by ten život za nic nestál.
If a person my age is home alone for 24 hours, that life would be worthless.
My name is Markéta Perroud, and in the International Dancewell project, I represent the artistic leadership of the Czech part of the project. This episode of Dancewell podcast is dedicated to how Dancewell is run here in the Czech Republic, specifically in Prague. In 2013, I was invited to the B-Motion Contemporary Dance Festival, which takes place every year in the northern Italian town of Bassano del Grappa. And I participated in the Dancewell classes there, which, although they were mainly for people living with Parkinson's disease, were also open to the local community as well as to international guests, festival audience and artists. The classes were in the morning, in the beautiful courtyard of the local museum. There were people of all ages, nationalities and physical abilities too. The main tools for movement were imagination, playfulness, and the personal story of each participant, respect for themselves and for others. simply dancing and moving together for everyone without differences. I'm a former professional dancer, and in Dancewell I have found a way to convey how dance is beneficial. Dance has the potential to improve our lives, for us as individuals, but also for society. I wanted to bring this experience to the Czech Republic at that very moment. And it is the professional dance training experience not only working with the body and movement, but also, for example, in perceiving space and relating to others. That is a great added value of the project. The classes are led by current or former professional dancers. One of our Dancewell teachers is dancer, choreographer and teacher Roman Zotov Mikshin.
I joined the project August 2022 when Markéta Perroud called me and offered this opportunity, and I thought it's a bit scary because I never contacted no one with Parkinson's disease, so I thought it's basically inviting this disease into your life. And I'm so happy I made this decision to enter it, because when I gave it a second thought, then I understood I'm afraid, but I will go for it because I don't want to escape. I want to close myself in front of this issue. I want to know what it is.
And Cécile da Costa, who is also a dancer, choreographer, teacher, but also a movement therapist.
I also joined from the beginning, so August 22, and I was very enthusiastic about it because a couple of years before I was leading dance classes in a house for elderly people in a center that was especially dedicated for people with Parkinson, and I was there leading classes. I was also working with an association which is called Parkinson Help. So I had an experience, but I felt very isolated and I didn't know to whom I could speak to exchange and to ask if I'm doing the right thing and having the right tools to do it. So when Markéta came with this offer, I immediately said yes, even though I was a little bit scared as well.
Dancewell classes are regular and for free, so that everyone has access to them, and we currently hold them every Tuesday from 10 to 11 a.m. We have a core teaching team of 5, made up of top dance artists and teachers, and most importantly, beautiful human beings. Cécile and Roman, whom you just heard, and Bára Látalová, Hanna Polanská, and Markéta Vacovská. The teaching team is also supplemented by me, if needed. Each class is ideally led by 2 teachers and 1 assistant is present, so that we can ensure an individual approach for everyone. In the class, the teachers offer impulses for movement expression, which the attendees perform based on their own imagination, respecting their current capabilities, and usually accompanied by music.
I think when, as a dancer, as a mover, the ideas that will come to lead the class are very much connected with the feelings that comes out when you move. So most of the time when I propose something, first of all, I try it myself, in my living room. I have an idea, I put it on the paper, but then I will dance it and I will experience what those movements are doing to me, in what kind of state I am before, in what kind of state I am after. And if I'm satisfied with the experience, then I will offer it.
The class consists of a warm-up, The quieter parts mostly on the chairs, where we move around, concentrate on the different parts of the body, going from the simple movements to the more complex ones. The instructors are part of the group. It's a horizontal approach, and we call the Dancewell participants dancers. We often hear, "I can't dance, I have no experience with dance, it's not for me." But contemporary dance comes from the uniqueness of each of us. We each have our own story, our own beauty, and so we each create our own dance as we are. As a rule, we do not ask participants if they have any limitations or illnesses. They are in class as human beings, dancers, not patients. We don't evaluate in class. We don't divide into good and bad. We aim to create a space where they feel safe, comfortable, inspired, and where they have choices.
I think we are just democratizing dance, and we are giving dance potential, or we're giving dance space to present itself in a different form. Because we know dance in the national theaters, we know dance in the dance schools, we know dance in the clubs, we know dance in videos, so many different ways. And here we ask dance to show itself in this form because we see it also works, and this is actually exactly what the participants require, or they search for this kind of dance. If we offered them a ballet class, I have nothing against ballet, I love ballet, but if we offered them a ballet class, maybe we would not have 20 or 30 participants visiting every week. Maybe it will be only 5, which is just different, forming different community. And we are really doing this socially political gesture of opening to anybody who is interested in movement and dance, and just waiting for them to come and offering them ways to dance how we think they are starving for.
Absolutely.
An important factor of Dancewell classes is to be in an inspiring space where art is present, a space that is helpful to forget everyday difficulties and is a great inspiration for the teachers and the participants of the classes, meaning the dancers. We hold classes at our valuable partners' locations, mostly at the Vozovna Culture Center in Prague 3 district, but also at the Prague City Gallery. And another valuable partner is the National Gallery Prague, where classes are held either in the Trade Fair Palace or in the St. Agnes Convent. And sometimes unexpected moments are created in these spaces.
When we were about to start the class, visitors came inside. A group of, I think there were 4 or 5 women, and they were very surprised to find us there. So they were asking what's going on, and we explain, we say we're here to dance, and if you want you can join. So at first they would just say, well, not really, and they continue to look at the paintings around, but as we were starting, they started to be interested. And they did the class with us. And for me, it was an amazing moment that these Dancewell classes, they have this power. So people not knowing anything about it, and they came with a totally different intention, and they finished dancing with us. And after the class, they were even asking us when will be the next one. So this was a very positive experience.
the space is dedicated to art, so there is a appreciation of beauty or appreciation of ugliness, but there is artistic thinking involved. So people start to behave differently from the beginning. You don't have to work so much to tune them into this artistic or emotional or
to the mood, maybe into the artistic mood. So I don't know if there is one goal, but to me one important goal is that when they enter the space, they are dancer. So we give them the possibility to identify themselves as dancer and not identify themselves with people with Parkinson or people with any troubles, health issues. And when this is happening, when they are dancers, then their body starts to move in an incredible way that we would not expect. And this is really beautiful.
Yeah, I feel that they have certain desires on a physical level, on a social level, and if we make them happen or fulfill, then I consider that as a successful class or part of a successful class. If they leave the class feeling better than they came, it's actually a very good class.
Jsem Marcela, je mi 50.
I'm Marcela. I am 50 years old and I have been living with Parkinson's disease since 2019.
Se léčím a jsem zdravotní sestra.
I'm undergoing treatment and I am a nurse.
Dancewell, přinesl mi
Dancewell brought me comfort and relaxation and calmness, I would say, in a way. But it also gets you moving.
Naučila jsem se víc vnímat tělo.
I wanted to gain more body awareness, release in movement, coordinate the movement more and learn body awareness.
Naučení se vnímání těla, rozdílů a akceptování.
Feel the difference and accept those differences between my left and right side of the body.
The experience of dance and the specific exercises we do has an obvious beneficial impact on the manifestation of Parkinson's disease.
Na začátku lekce je třeba výraznější.
At the beginning of the class, I feel more trembling in my body than at the end of the class of Dancewell.
It is also clear from what we experience and see that the classes have a positive effect on the psyche of the participants.
Já jsem furt zatínala tu ruku, tak se mi
I kept clenching my hand and this was more of an eye-opener. Don't compare yourself with others, don't judge yourself for that.
To, když potom mám tu těžkou nohu.
When I have this heavy food and I'm going up the stairs, it used to make me more nervous. I would say now it's calmed me down.
Spravíme pravou nohu, pravou dolní končetinu. Já vím, že v té botě je to těžké, ale pokusíme se. A dolů to jde od paty. Nahoru to jde od nártu, dolů od paty. A takový jako štětec. Nahoru, dolů. Můžete doprovodit.
Já jsem si dovolil to, že ve svém věku jsem vstoupil.
I allowed myself this. My age, I entered into a group that I didn't know at all. I really entered here as a stranger.
A postupně jsem se vpravil do toho, že
and gradually got to know each other and found a common ground.
Že jsme si dovolili být jako dětma.
That we allowed ourselves to be just like children.
Který jsou podnětný pro mě jako.
Because there are a lot of things that are playful, that are stimulating for me. for my imagination and for my personality.
Samozřejmě cítím endorfin.
Of course, I feel the endorphin. That movement brought me something that, you see, I'm still smiling.
Lekce jsou proměnný, velice často jsou jiný.
The lessons are transformative. Very often they are different. I've experienced right here in the gallery something that was really surprising.
V tom cvičení se objevila muzika, která evokovala moře.
In that class, music came on that evocated the sea. And we had just somehow got moving to demonstrate water.
Řekněme po dobu 30 vteřin, možná to bylo velmi krátký.
And suddenly this whole group of people, let's say for 30 seconds, maybe it was shorter, but this group was this synergetic, energetically charged sea.
Jako opravdu celý to fungovalo najednou nádhera.
Like really the whole things work all at once. It was beautiful.
Ta socializace je pro mě strašně důležitá.
This socialization is really important to me. And I mean, this whole group is important to me.
We have a slightly different group of people coming to Dancewell classes each time. Some come on a regular basis, others occasionally, and we have newcomers each time. But we have already built up a core group of people who come back to Dancewell because they enjoy it, because they have already formed some friendships. And the Dancewell project is also thinking about those who would like to do the next step, and that is to be part of a public performance. We presented the first Dancewell performance at the Tanec Praha festival at the National Gallery Prague, the Corso of the Trade Fair Palace. It was called Okřídlení, Elevated, and was created by choreographer and dancer Jaro Viňarský.
Well, in general, I like a lot to work with specific kind of groups, kind of marginalized, because in this case, people with Parkinson's disease and other movement or bodily limitations within our nowadays society, kind of built upon the productivity and all those things, and they are viewed very often as problematic part, you have to care. It takes longer time for them to learn something or to get into something. In general, working with marginalized groups or groups who are kind of pushed on the edge of the society, and not make them more fitting into our society, but the opposite way. Us to understand how they can feel good with us, not making them being something what they are not.
We have known Jaro Viňarský for a long time, but the collaboration on Dancewell started about a year before the actual performance. At first, Jaro was a kind of observer.
Kind of researching around what I would like to do, getting them know a little bit, going to their weekly lesson. But then the pure time of rehearsals and creation was 28 hours, spread in seven weekends, Saturday, Sundays, 2 hours each day, because they can't really work for a long period of time. So 1 year from the first kind of initiation and until now, yes.
In Dancewell we observe that what helps is definitely physical activity, but the social aspect is equally important. The sense of belonging the community created is very powerful. The way the classes are run, the playfulness helps the dancers to transcend themselves. It gets them into unexpected situations and it takes them out of everyday life habits.
There is one part with kind of dancing with lips, which is very minimalistic kind of way, and they do it with all the audience in the closed circle. And I remember when I was first time coming with that suggestion to do, and I was really not sure how much I risk and if they would reject that, because it's kind of delicate way off. You know, they play with dance in the sense that from outside it might for a while seeing that they want to kiss each other or even the audience members. But there I wasn't sure if this will be not too much for them to go into. And so surprised that maybe that older generation might be sometimes even much more open than the young one.
Dancewell is a heartfelt piece for me. It names why I do dance. It shows its immense positive power. The Dancewell journey so far has revealed to me and even more the beauty of human beings in all its complexity. We all have a limit in life, and we all have the ability to transcend it, at least for a moment. Not all limits and differences are visible. I realize even more now how healthy it is not to divide people into groups, to create as many environments as possible where differences unite, inspire, and not divide. I firmly believe that if everyone danced, the world would certainly be a better place to be.
For sure, I'm only thinking on all which levels it changed me. I think all the levels. I don't want to stay only general, but first answer, yes, totally. How I see dance, how I see people, how I talk to people, how I think of classes, how I think of dance.
Yeah, I do agree. It's impacting us on a different level as dancer, as teacher, as human being. In my personal story, it has an impact. How I see dance, and all this is very positive. I started to respect my body much more also, since I know Dancewell project. I see that dance. I already knew that dance has an incredible power, but now I see it even more. And I see the beauty of it also. Not only into using dance to create artistic product or to create political product, but I just see the let's say, even I would dare to call it the miracle of dance, when you make an offer to a group of people and then it's happening. The dance is happening and they are moving in a way which is incredible, and in this moment I'm really fully satisfied with my place here.
I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Dancewell podcast, which came to you from Prague. My thanks to Markéta Perroud for presenting, and to Damian Machaj from Storylab Audio for recording and producing the episode. Thanks also to everyone who's helped foster Dancewell in the Czech Republic, including, of course, the dancers.